So Champ's my favorite horse. Chantilly is probably Emeri's favorite.
So Chantilly, her registered name is Chantilly's Lace. And I actually had that name picked out before she was born. I said if it was a Palomino filly with a blaze, I would name her Chantilly Lace.
Yeah.
And there she was.
And while Bob is mostly gold, he does have the reverse dapples, like the underprint dapples that you can see in the right angle of the light. But Chantilly is pretty much a dappled Palomino.
Yeah,
Like you can see her dapples all the time, and they're the ones on top, not underneath the outer coat. So
and
she's very pretty, and she's
super sweet.
really big.
She's only a year old, yeah.
I've kept track of all the foals I've ever had since the 90s of their birth weights, and she is the biggest foal I've ever had. I weigh them the morning after they're born every time, and she was, I think, 125 pounds.
25 pounds, yeah.
125
and she
pounds
looked
is a
huge.
massive Fox Trotter foal.
Yeah.
They average, a big healthy one is normally 92 pounds is like my average. Anything over that is pretty
just
big.
like her bones were huge. She looked like she was a couple weeks old when she was born. It was crazy.
And now she's as big as all the 2-year-olds.
Yeah,
and
she
she's
is.
a year behind them.
Yeah,
So
and she's just thick and full.
right before that, we had out of the same stallion and the same size broodmare, had our smallest foal ever.
Yeah, that was strange.
And he was 62 or 64 pounds.
62, I think.
Yeah, so you
62
because if you doubled it, it was exactly half. It was 62.5.
He was so tiny.
And he was absolutely tiny.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
So it was weird to have those back to back.
But he was healthy.
Yeah.
He grew quick. He got chunky. So.
Yeah, but he never did. He was going to stay small.
Well,
he was gonna, like, she's looking like she'll be a big 15 and a half hand horse, or 15.2, I mean. And he was never going to reach 14 hands. So we traded him for the next horse we can talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So his name was Prince, and we traded him to a friend of ours for Pippy Longstocking.
Yep.
And
you keep talking about her. I'll look for her
Pippy
papers.
is a yearling pinto or paint or whatever you want to call it, foxtrotter that is a tricolor. So she's bay and white. So she's got black, brown, and white, and she's got quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
That shows on her.
She's got like the white tail. Piney's gonna knock the camera over with the tail.
And she's pretty long-legged. Looks like she'll be a nice size horse.
Her sire was very, very pretty. I think he won. Did he win the model class or something one year? Well, his name was Southern Sunrise's Jackpot.
Yep. So another sunrise horse.
We did get to pick Pippy Longstocking's registered name because he had not sent in her papers yet. The person that we got her from, but for some reason he put Somo.
Probably off of his stallion or
Pippy
something.
Longstocking, so I'm not sure what's up with that, but her name's Pippy Longstocking. We call her Pippy, and sometimes we call her Tippy.
So it stands for Southern Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So
S-O-M-O.
it must be the prefix he puts on his foals he produces.
Okay. Yep. So her plan is just to stay here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll keep her and end up using her as a trail horse and broodmare of our own because of the tricolored, genes that she has, and the bay gene being crossed with our Palomino stallion with the pinto could just produce some gorgeous colors and temperaments. And she has a match pair that we're going to keep for the same purpose, and that would bring us to the next horse that was just born this year.
Tippy.
We bought her mother pregnant. So I said we didn't breed any of our brood mares. She was born here this year, but we bought the mare already exposed, and we called her Tippy, Tippy Toes.
Yep.
Because she was born with standing on her tippy toes, and Tippy and Pippy kind of go together, and they are a matched pair. She's also a tricolored bay pinto foxtrotter. It looks a lot like. When you put them together, their colors just blend in. They look like they'd be sisters.
Yeah. And they look pretty cool out in the pasture together. And Tippy is just hit 3 months now, and she is tall, really tall. Like if you see her out there next to Pippy and not Chantilly because Chantilly's so big, but she's gonna catch up really fast.
Yeah.
She's long-legged.
What's her registered name?
Huh? Tippy Toes.
Tippy Toes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't got her papers yet back, but that should be her register name. You do have to put 3 choices on the registration papers when you send them in. So hopefully, though, it's just Tippy Toes. We will see. And then, so that brings us to Darlin, her mama. So, I mean, you pretty much already said about her. We got her
Yep.
right a few months before she had her foal.
Yep. And she's also a tricolored paint, but she is a buckskin, black and white. And speaking of mothers, this is Jewel. This is Chongus's mother.
She is not happy with Chongus.
She's trying to
says,
get away
"Go
from
away."
Chongus right now.
So, and Darlin's registered name is Sunrise's Bossman Twitty CLM. And when we got her, the previous owners called her Twitty, but we didn't really feel like that fit her very well. So we switched it to Darlin because that's the
Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
You know, one of his main songs was "Hello, Darling."
Yeah. So that's
She's
her
little.
name.
She's short. Bryce broke her to ride for us and trained her. Bryce really likes working with the unstarted ones. He's just learning how to train. So some of these ones that aren't going to be our show horses that I just bought or come up with, I kind of let Bryce cut his teeth on training them.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
He wants to learn. He's been working hard at it.
For those of you that don't know, Bryce is soon to be our son-in-law.
Yep.
He is
Coming
going to
up in
marry
October.
Rebecca. Yeah. So about a month and a week away.
And I don't know any of Darlin's lines. Do you, Jared? Well,
Doesn't she have Boss Man on it?
no, that's Tippy's sire side. She's at it, so
Well, you got Southern Sunrise way back there.
way back, yeah.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot I see on there.
Yeah, a lot of the paints will be like that.
Yeah.
And I said paints, but in the Missouri Fox Trotter breed, they call them paints, even though they're technically
Yeah. Pintos or
yeah.
Tobianos or whatever you call
Yep.
them.
Okay, so let's move on. Who do we want to talk about next? We can talk about Amber.
Oh yeah. So
Okay, so
when
next
we got Pippy Longstocking at the same place, I got another little filly who just because she was closely related to probably the best quality paint mare that I've ever trained.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
was Classy, and we sold her to Joan and Charlie. The paint fox trotters generally aren't as high a quality as the solid colored fox trotters, just because you had to breed for color to get that color, you know. So like you weren't breeding for quality, you were breeding for color, and you lose quality when you do that. So that being said, you know, color is nice too. I don't have anything against it. And when you're just breeding for trail horses, you don't really have to worry about show quality, is what I'm talking about when I say quality. They're still just as high a quality horse. They're just not show quality. So, but Classy was pretty dang close to show quality. Matter of fact, I'm sure I could have made her a show horse that I would not have been embarrassed to be out there competing with the best, you know, on her. So I wanted something else bred like her. And this one that we got that we're calling Amber is, I thought was out of the same sire. Once I got her papers back, I realized it was out of her grandsire is Classy's sire. But no big deal. It's still the same bloodline.
She doesn't quite have Classy's height.
No,
we thought
and
she'd
she
grow.
ended up being a midget.
She's a gold,
a gold champagne paint, so she's gorgeous. And I don't know what her future will hold with us. She's probably not going to be tall enough for me. She's probably going to finish out at 14 hands. Hopefully she hits a late growth spurt. When you start working them and exercising them and putting them under a load, they tend to grow one last time. So if she can get up to 14.2 or so, I could maybe keep her as a brood mare.
She seems really smart and sweet, and
And she's very gentle. So if somebody's wanting an exceptionally beautiful, tiny fox trotter, hit me up. You know, maybe she might get trained and sold as a finished trained horse
but
in
she
a
might
year or
stay
two.
here for quite a few
we don't
years,
know
too.
yet.
We don't know. But so we call her Amber. Oh, actually, it's kind of funny because when we first got her, we didn't really think of a name, and then we came up with Hazel because she has that hazel eyes. A champagne horse is going to have hazel eyes usually, and so we started calling her Hazel. But then, as soon as we announced it to the channel, JR all of a sudden said that her name was Amber, and he can't call her Hazel because he kept calling her Amber.
Yeah.
So we ended up switching it. So her barn name is Amber, and her register name is Tough Southern Girl. I guess her dam was Tough Girl C, so that's where they got that from. So yep, and we call her Amber.
So the next one we have is Bob's oldest foal. The
Yeah.
first foal he produced is Boots. I think his registered name is Missing a Boot. And he is a smoky black, possibly a bay. And we haven't done a color DNA test on him, but he's
Like
you know
a dark bay, yeah.
that color that you can't really tell the difference between whether he's a faded out black or if he's a dark bay. But he has three
3 white boots.
white stockings up to his knees, and he's missing one of them. So my sister came up with the name Missing a Boot, and we call him Boots.
It's one of my favorite names. I think it's super cute, and it just really suits him.
Yeah, and he's the first foal that is old enough now for me to train out of Bob. So I've got him started under saddle, and I started him in harness, and he excels at the harness work. Like, he took to the harness work like a duck to water. His first day, he didn't act like it was anything foreign to him.
Yeah.
And he walks off as calmly under a wagon and loves to pull.
When he's pulling, he just looks so pretty too. His walk is so elegant. Yeah.
He travels great.
Yeah,
And
so-
what he tells me about Bob too, his mother is my sister's trail horse, and she is not show quality at all. She has absolutely no rhythm. So like her head does not move in time with her legs at all. It's just stationary as she goes. So, just a pitter patter footfall. Great trail horse, just very good trail horse and everything. Not taking anything away from her, but Boots is nearly show quality, or is show quality. So Bob is producing better than the mare that he's bred to, and that's rare because the quality of your horse generally comes 60% from the mare. So
And
that shows that the stallion here is producing really well.
And
so.
Boots was the cutest little baby too. You can go back and see his birth video and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, we have his birth on the channel, and he is
when we first started the channel.
A doll.
He was cutie. And Poncho is out in the pasture. That's technically Becca's horse.
Well, technically.
Not anymore.
Yeah. We sold him to a guy in California because, Becca was stressing about money and getting married, so she wanted to cash him in.
Yes.
And the guy in California was going on a business trip all summer, and I boarded him, and he is going to leave October 15th. So when I get back from the horse show, I'm going to put a month of riding on Poncho to tune him up for that guy, and then he's going home on the 15th of October.
Becca did a ton of work with him. She did really good. He's come a long ways.
So hopefully
he's been in the pasture for the summer now, well, or I guess late summer, not all summer. So, and then so Poncho, when we got them last year, a lot of you guys saw him, and he came with a little filly named, and his registered name is Poncho. And then he came with a little black filly that JR and Becca
went halves on.
Yeah, and surprised Bryce for his birthday.
Yep.
With her, and he named her Froline.
Yeah, and she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful. She's a really
only
nice horse.
Only pure black horse we have.
Yeah.
She's actually black. You can tell. We haven't done a color DNA test, but she doesn't have any flecks in her, any specks.
Yeah.
She doesn't fade out in the summer, so
yeah, she's
black.
Yeah, and she's a 2-year-old, so he'll probably start riding her next year. We don't have her registration papers back yet, so I need to look at them, just know, say who she's out of and stuff. And
well, she's out of a horse called the Ladies Man.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
And then her registered name is supposed to be Froline, but we have to wait for the papers to get back to actually confirm that. But she's just all around nice. She's beautiful when she's moving out there. She moves really good. She's built good, super calm, super sweet.
She's a late 2-year-old, almost 3. So it's time for her to start getting trained under saddle. So when things settle down after the wedding and winter starts, we'll probably get Bryce to start her under saddle, and then in about April or so, I'll try to take over a little bit of the riding and coach Bryce and set her up to show.
He wants to learn.
I know the kids are going to want to train their own horses, but Bryce especially is not at the point where he could set up a fox trotter to show. It's a little harder than it looks. He would be doing good to be able to ride one that's set up to show. So I will set up Froline for him, and as I do it, I will coach and teach him what I'm doing so that he can ride her.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And while I'm doing that, hopefully Becca is able to work on
Happy.
hers. And she has one named Happy Accident. So she's
Everybody knows Happy.
Yeah, and Happy Accident is a beautiful little filly that is showing the most show potential out of any of Bob's foals so far, and that's because she's out of the best show mare that Bob has been bred to thus far. Now this spring that's going to change, or it already has changed with Chantilly, but she's younger. She's not old enough to ride yet, like Happy. So Happy Accident was out of a mare called Ozark that Becca showed as a 2-year-old, and in my opinion, she won the 2-year-old Open World Grand Championship, but they didn't give it to her. But that's okay. There was a big thunderstorm and stuff during the class, and everything got mixed up and confusing and wet and soaking wet, and they, you know, kind of had to.
Let's just say my horse was the only one that didn't buck during.
Yeah, she was a great horse. She won a lot of other shows that year.
She has one of our biggest videos on the channel too, her birth, and it's still one of my favorite videos I think that we put out. So you can go back and watch that, and you can see her mama.
I think it's got 1.6 million
close
or something
to 2
like that.
million now.
Yeah,
so
1.68 or 1.86 or something.
Happy was just the cutest baby too.
Yeah.
She was so cute.
And she was, what was she, 90 pounds when she was born? Do you remember? 75 pounds, 74 pounds. But like I tell you, I've kept track of a lot of the babies and seen a lot of the births. I'm pretty good at catching mares giving birth, and because we keep a close eye on them. This baby got up faster than any baby I've ever had, and it was not hungry. It was hyper. It started playing and running and trying to run circles in the round pen, and we had to like, hey, stop and try to eat, would you? Like 45 minutes after it was running for 45 minutes, we're like, try to eat so we can go back to bed.
Yeah.
And it finally nursed, and as soon as they nurse and have pooped, we go to sleep. We go back to sleep. You know, it's like, okay, nature will take care of it now.
That was,
but it was pretty cool, and it was funny because her mama was a 2-year-old, and we did not intend for her to get bred, and so many people gave us a little bit of grief and hate for letting a 2-year-old mare get bred. Well, we didn't let it. It just, you know, accidents happen. And it was the healthiest baby we've ever had born. Healthiest, easiest birth we've ever seen. The mare never went down in health or anything.
Wasn't she almost 3 when she?
Well, she was 3 when she had the baby. She was 2 when she got bred.
Yeah, okay.
We showed, Becca showed her as a 2-year-old, which in our breed, they can be born in September, and they count as the following year's foal. So we were showing her in September. Her birthday was in October, where she turned 3. So we were showing her 1 month before she turned 3, and she had her foal the following spring. So she'd have been 3.5 when she had the foal. So that's Happy, and she'll be getting showed next year as a 3-year-old.
Okay, so that same year Happy was born, we also had Lakota born. He, besides Boots and another foal we had called Rain, he was one of the first foals born on the channel, and he's not quite as big as I thought he was. I think he still has a lot of growing to do, but you'll be working with him next year, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, he's well, we forgot to be calling all the horses' colors out, but he's a sorrel, a lot like his grandma Patty.
Well,
right?
Yeah, he's a Sabino.
A sorrel Sabino.
Yeah, and he's gelded already, so there won't be any babies coming out of him.
And we're not planning on keeping him. JR's gonna train him to be a really good family trail horse, and he'll eventually find a home.
Yep.
That's
he
our
looks
plan.
so much like his grandmother Patty that we get him confused a lot. You look out in the pasture, like, there's Patty, and then it starts piddling from the middle, and we go, oh, that ain't Patty.
That's Lakota. He's just the sweetest little boy. He always wants attention out in the field.
Yep.
Yeah, we like him a lot. He's a good horsey. Oh, and his registered name is it's Lakota. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's Homestead. Homestead's Lakota. That's his registered name.
Yeah, we were thinking about starting to put the Homestead Horsemanship in front of every name, but we didn't stick with it.
Well, Lakota was already used, so that's what we put Homestead Lakota. So now we can move on. Oh, no. That's not all The Fox Trotters, yeah. So, oh, and in case you're new to the channel, all the horses we have been talking about so far are
Missouri Fox
Missouri
Trotters.
Fox Trotters. It's a gaited breed of horse. So the last one that we have is Charlie, which we haven't had very long. And I don't know if I have his. Oh yeah, the Charlie Boogie. That's his name. That's funny.
The Charlie Boogie.
I've never seen his registered name.
He's another Grand Central horse.
Yeah.
So he's got an impeccable bloodline.
But technically, he wasn't even our horse.
Well, we were partners.
Yeah.
So that same lady I bought the whole herd from, she had kept Charlie and one other horse back in case she ever got back into good enough health to ride, her and her daughter. And her health just kept deteriorating, so she called and asked my help to find him a home. So she just gave me half interest in him, and I have found him a home out there in Colorado with Charlie and Joan and their riding group. They have a group of 16 people that all get together and ride gaited horses together. So they're going to take him out there, and
so he'll be leaving soon. Yep. And
he was a sorrel with a lighter mane and tail too, and he's
real pretty.
One of the biggest fox trotters I've had, probably third biggest fox trotter I've ever had, and he's the biggest on the farm right now.
He's huge, yeah. He's
1,350 pounds.
He
and
seems
16
more like
hands.
one of the Clydesdales when you're next to him. So now we can talk about Oliver.
We still have all the Clydesdales and mini horses to go through here at Homestead Horsemanship, plus the channel's very favorite horse, Oliver. So make sure to stick around and watch part 3 of our 2025 herd tour.